tonight's event. You guys certainly know how to have a fun time also. I want you to know, as I was preparing to come today, I had one quote running through my head, and it's a Dr. Seuss quote. Unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing is going to get better. It's not. It's a simple phrase, a simple quote, but so very powerful. As you watched the video, you saw my story. My son was born with a disability, and I wanted one playground. But because we found so many people to support that, people just like you, we will build, we built 7 already, we'll open 5 more next year, and with Mercy and the partnership with the mayor here, we will build an all-inclusive playground in Cottleville. I want you to know the history also of that playground. Because of Mercy and the tie with Sister Catherine McCauley, she was one of those people, one individual who started a hospital that is now so very powerful and serves so many people. She herself represents that simple quote of Dr. Seuss. There's one other gentleman in this room that has made this playground possible, and I'd like to recognize Don for that, for getting the partnership with Mercy and Cottleville together to allow Mercy to let us in Cottleville use that land to give all kids the chance to play. It sounds so simple, but I hope you realize for families like mine, it's priceless. My son spends so much time with doctors and adults and therapists, and those moments on the playground where he can forget for just a moment the limitations he faces and just be a kid are powerful and priceless. Thank you for all you're doing tonight.
All right, now comes the presentation portion of the evening. Don't forget we have food and desserts all over the place. Don't forget about the raffle. Don't forget about the silent auction items. And we have a live auction item. We're going to auction off a membership to Old Hickory at some point tonight. Yeah, how about that? Now, you did not invite me here to bore you, so I'll be quiet. You invited me here to introduce the people who will bore you. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, how about a round of applause for the chairman of tonight, Tim Schulte.
Thank you, McGraw. And I'll try and move this along as fast as we can. McGraw, I want to thank you for taking the time to be our MC tonight. It's an honor to have you here, and welcome to Cottleville. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the 3rd Annual Green Tide Gala. I want to thank all of you for attending this great event. When I say event, I mean the run, the parade, and the gala. We have a fun-filled night, and I hope you guys have a great time. Now, I've got to take care of some business, and I got to, thank all the sponsors and all the committee and everybody. So first, I want to start with Gary Hill, Kurt Jacob, Pete Christo, and the gang and their staff at Old Hickory. They do a great job, and they're a great partner to have, and they help put this event on. So thank you guys for everything you do. I also want to thank Mercy, Cry Distributing, and also I want to thank the IAFF with Corey Hogan and Chief Rob Wiley, Mayor Jim Hennessy and the city. Without them, this whole event, the parade and everything would not be possible. Now I want to thank my committee members, Kristen Ward, Christy Hodges. These 2 women keep me and this organization running and organized, and they also make me look good if that's possible. So thank you to you 2 for everything you guys do.
Right here. I got that.
Next is Bev Bellini. She's as sweet as those delicious desserts we got over there. So Bev, thank you for everything you do, and you do a great job with that. Also, I want to thank Gary Hill, Mayor Jim Hennessy, Assistant Fire Chief of Wentzville, John Schneider, Dan McLaughlin, my beautiful wife, Kathy. Thank you guys for everything you do to help put this event on. Now I have someone special. Yes, thank you. Now there's someone special to this event, and if it wasn't for her and her mother, this room would not look as amazing as it does every year. For the first 3 years, when you walk into that front door, they've created the wow factor. And they make this night as special as it is. Now, on behalf of myself, I want to thank you, Sarah Corrigan, and the white hair for everything you guys do. So Sarah, I need you to come up here. Your mom couldn't be here tonight, so since your mom couldn't be here, we got a little special gift from the foundation that I want to have you give to her and tell her thanks for everything you do. We appreciate it. Now that's Sarah Corrigan, president of White Hair. They do all the decorating and they do everything in this room and it makes it so special. So thank you to Sarah and the White Hair. With that, I'm going to turn this over to Mike Ryder. He's going to introduce the Irishman of the Year. So Mike, would you please come up here? Is Mike here? Here he comes. Hey, and Mike promised to keep his speech short this year, so
Yeah!
Here we go.
Excellent. That's only because it was handed me 5 minutes ago. Okay, well this is the part that we've been all waiting for this evening. This is an honor that we have come up with to the gentleman that is the best example of one of the best citizens in all of St. Charles County. And we are very fortunate to have this man work with us on a day-to-day basis here in Cottleville. So I'd like to announce our choice for Irishman of the Year, which is Mr. Don Calicat. Don is the regional, yes please, round of applause, I'm going to give you a little bio. I told you I just got this 5 minutes ago, so here we are. So Don is the Regional Vice President of Business Development for Mercy and Eastern Missouri. He is responsible for strategic development and growth strategies in the St. Charles County in the rapid growing population. Don and his wife, Linda, grew up in North County and has been married for 34 years. Not bad for an Irish guy. They've lived in St. Charles County for almost the same amount of time. All three of their children, Katie, Tim, and Mike, all of whom attended St. Joe's of Cottleville School and Church. Two of their children graduated from St. Dominic High School. While Don began his career as a special education teacher, serving emotionally disturbed children, by the way, that's where I met Don. He found his calling in healthcare. He managed and developed psychiatric hospitals, then worked with larger hospitals, and ultimately joined Mercy, where he's been instrumental in communication, his mission and vision and strategy for almost 14 years now. Don has served or is currently serving on numerous boards, including the Ronald McDonald House, the Partners for Progress, St. Charles Community College Foundation, and the United Way. And there's a few more here, but too many to announce, including our St. Charles Community College Foundation. Don has been highly engaged in the community, sharing his time and talents with the City of O'Fallon Economic Development Advisory Group. He's also been on the St. Charles Regional Chamber of Commerce, the St. Peter's Health and Wellness, Youth in Need, St. Joachim and Ann Care Service. He has been the recipient of the 2012 Streetscape magazine, St. Charles County Beyond the Best Award. A man of great integrity, Don is thoroughly committed to Mercy's healing ministry mission of providing compassionate care and exceptional service. When he's not working, he is volunteering. Don enjoys spending time with his family, hiking, biking. Last year, him and Linda biked across Missouri. I'm so sorry. Now, can I please have another round of applause for this year's St. Pat's Foundation Irishman of the Year, Don Calicat.
Thank you, Mike, and thank you, everybody, really, now with the St. Pat's Day tradition here in Cottleville. I'm going to echo what McGraw said. Mercy has been welcomed by all of you in Cottleville. Our first conversation was with Mayor Yarber, probably 2 or 3 years ago, and ever since then, we've been very, very welcomed by not only Jim Hennessy, but the Board of Aldermen, Scott Lewis, and everyone we've really interacted with here in launching our Mercy Kids facility and then pitching Macaulay Playground. In fact, the Mayor Hennessy's hospitality was very evident when about a year, maybe a little more ago than that, Natalie Blakemore and I pitched the idea of developing an all-inclusive playground that you heard about from Natalie earlier today, and it wasn't a hard sell at all. He embraced the idea very quickly, helped present it to the Board of Aldermen, and actually he's now organized a fundraising committee to help generate the funds needed to get the playground up and running. So try to learn more about Macaulay Playground. As Natalie mentioned, it's named after Catherine Macaulay, who was a woman that grew up in Dublin, Ireland, about 200 years ago and formed a religious congregation known as the Sisters of Mercy and developed the services we have today and services around the world. So I'd make that pitch to you all to learn about it. Try to join the effort if you can to raise money for the playground. It'll be a real benefit to children and their families, not only from Cottleville, but from the St. Charles County region. Thank you very much. I appreciate the recognition.
All right, we got 2 other awards. As I said, this is our 3rd year, and we keep trying to change things up a little bit to make it more exciting, attract other people and other organizations into the foundation. So one of the ideas that we came up with was honoring a firefighter and a police officer, or a law enforcement person of the year. So this is our 1st year that we're going to do it, and right now I would like to introduce Chief Rob Wiley, who's going to introduce our Irish Firefighter of the Year.
Thank you, sir.
Good evening. Thank you all for being here. What a great event. And I'll tell you one thing, just on a personal note, from the fire district standpoint, it's always been our goal and our mission to be the agency of first resort in our community. And I think this event kind of amplifies that as far as I could ever imagine. So thank you all for coming. Our honorary Irish Firefighter of the Year this year is Ryan Roberts. Yeah. Ryan started with the Cottleville Fire District in 1983 as a volunteer. At the time, Cottleville was a 1-station district with only volunteer firefighters. As the district began to grow, it transitioned from a 100% volunteer organization to a combination department, which meant they had some volunteers and some paid employees. Ryan was hired with those first few paid firefighters back in 1987. In 1989, the district built its 2nd full-time station on Highway 40 and 94, and Ryan was promoted to the rank of captain. In 1993, a 3rd station was built at Jungerman Road in Old 94, and all stations were manned with paid firefighters. In 1994, Ryan and his engine company were recognized by the Greater St. Louis Fire Chiefs Association and the St. Louis County Training Coordinates for their courageous efforts in saving a person who attempted to jump from the Daniel Boone Bridge. In 1999, Cottleville was in need of a 4th station, so one was built at Towers Road near Whitmore, and a full-time shift supervisor for the 4 stations was needed, and Ryan was promoted to the rank of lead captain. He served as lead captain until 2013, when the rank of battalion chief was created, and Ryan was one of the first 3 promoted to that rank. From the time Ryan Roberts decided to make the fire service's career in 1987, he's been one of the out-front leaders of the district through all phases of its growth. Battalion Chief Roberts has seen the district grow from a volunteer to a combination to one of the most progressive full-time paid districts in eastern Missouri. Ryan is proud both of his family and his Irish heritage. Ryan has participated in the St. Patrick's Day Parade and Run every year since its inception. Ryan is the father to Ian, Brittany, and Caitlin, and he is joined here tonight with his wife Edna and his stepdaughter Allie. The Cottleville St. Patrick's Foundation and Local 2665 are proud to honor Battalion Chief Ryan Roberts from the Cottleville Fire District as the first Irish Firefighter of the Year.
Congratulations. All right, you gotta take your jacket off.
And as part of this tradition, the recipient of the award is given a green jacket, much like the Masters. All right. All right. And the fine look of that. You have to wear that to work now.
All right.
Come on. All right.
All right. Thank you.
All right, and our next honoree, Mayor Jim Hennessy, is going to announce the Law Enforcement Man of the Year.
Thank you all very much for coming. One thing that Rob probably failed to mention or didn't want to mention, since he's a firefighter, and I'd like for everybody to give a round of applause, is to all of the policemen and firefighters that are here. They are our true heroes, and they should be given a round of applause. Smash earlier, and in case you didn't hear, it was kind enough to bring up Mayor Don Yarber's name and myself as being instrumental in a lot of the growth that's happened in the city. I think Don would agree. Would like to beg to differ a little bit. I think who really makes this, things happen in the city of Cottleville, or the Board of Aldermen. I just want to very quickly recognize who we have attending here. John Stiles unfortunately could not make it. We have Bob Ronkowski, who is also the Chief of Police of the city of, St. Charles Community College. Bob, thank you. Marie Menino, who doesn't want to be recognized, but hi Marie. And we have Don Buckheit, who is in the back corner over there. Three other people. We have our Chief of Police, Brett Mitchell. We have our new City Administrator, Rich Francis. And we have Amy Lewis, who is our City Controller. So they truly make the city grow and have done everything that's gone on in the city. Okay, so that's done. Now, this is a little unique because the person that is going to be the Police Officer of the Year is here, but he has no idea that he is the Police Officer of the Year. So, drum roll.
Bridget.
Flip it. There he is! Surprised? Scott Lewis, along with the people that I just mentioned, really have turned Cottleville from a 2-lane road into what it is today. It is a thriving community, growing like crazy, and really, in my opinion, the greatest city in St. Charles County. So, Scott Lewis is the man. Scott started as for St. Peter's. He was in the police corps. He worked his way up. His parents used to call and say, "Can you please send him home? He's got school tomorrow in high school." Then he went to work in Wentzville, and he was the police chief and for Cottleville for 18 years, and was the city administrator as well. And again, he is the reason that Cottleville is what it is today. So, without further ado, Scott Lewis, Policeman of the Year.
Now that explains what
He just said, now it explains why Amy asked him what his jacket size was. Kind of a big one.
right, that takes care of the business end of this. Now I'm going to turn it over and let McGraw bore you to death. So McGraw, have at it. Thank you, everybody.
I normally bore you between 6 and 10 on the Big 550 KTRS Monday through Friday. All right, what are we doing? Are we doing the raffle now or no?
No, band.
No, more band.
More music.
More band. Don't forget the raffle. Don't forget the silent auction. The Tesla for a day. Don't forget about that. We've got more booze. No Irish whiskey. We need to take care of that for next year for those on the committee. Also, no more pictures. The picture's done. Pictures are done. Ladies and gentlemen, Smash, you ready to go?
Ready to go, McGraw.
Ladies and gentlemen, the last set for the Smash Band.